Welcome to the second match tonight between Error72 and Scorpion Max. I am joined by none other than the Unos. The Unos.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for joining me.
People, I assume, are coming over here now from the amazing race that's just happened.
Oh man, what a crazy race!
That was completely mind-boggling. It had those moments of utter like, "What are you doing?" and then the big payoff, like,
Right.
"Oh, I can't believe that worked out," and then it started all over. It's just a cycle. Like, now what are you doing? Now it paid off again.
Right, yeah.
Why is any of this happening?
Why is this working? This should not work. And, it did. It's crazy. I think that was about as perfect of a storm as you could want if you're Prez to generate him his first win. So, congratulations to him.
Yep. All right, I've got him pretty much started right now.
As do I.
3, 4.
Yeah, we're pretty well synced up here. So right away,
Okay,
nice dig swamp. And a Death Mountain cave.
It looks like Air wants to peek around here and see if there's a free hammer cave, and that's as much as he wants to do.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad choice to poke around early on and check things out like that. Can definitely pay off if you know that hammer cave is easily accessible. So, and it looks like we got a nice river cut off here and a fantastic swamp to work through. And immediately we do see a palace.
P5 getting out.
Nice, nice. Maybe we'll see some attack 3 Guma. Somehow I doubt that, but
yeah.
Yeah, magic container cave here. Hopefully this nets something nice. Been a lot of trolley seeds. It'd be nice to have a non-trolley seed, but we do have Dig Shake not actually doing what he should be doing here.
The magic container is a really nice first item.
For sure. I totally agree. I totally agree. I enjoy getting magic containers early. It definitely helps alleviate some of the worry about magic levels in Fairy, at the very least. And we do have the town of Raru. Let's see what spell this nets us here.
Zero. Yeah.
Yeah, Max is in 1080p, which is why the noise is so vivid. And we do get the jump spell. I think that was the jump spell.
The sync. The sync is so cool.
Yeah, there was one race that I was doing that I thought one of the racers had gone offline because the sync was literally perfect for like 40 seconds. And I'm like, wait, what is going on here?
What was that, kid?
That was a kid. So a kid in a magic container thus far. And another palace down south. Ah, and the other DM entrance.
Yeah. So anyway. Scorpion Max, he's heading to another part of Death Mountain here. He's right by the rock.
Yeah. That's a good thing to see there is the rock. If that hammer pops up early, that might be a good place to check very quickly.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't take long.
And we do have Rudo, and Eric did not check that other palace that he walked by, so we're not sure quite what that is yet. But we do have Max jumping into this P1.
In and out.
Yeah,
he knows. He knows that it wastes time to be in there when you could possibly have Fairy or a magic key for it.
Yeah, and we do have the Heart Container Cave here for Error. We'll see what this ends up netting. Oh, and we do have a boulder blocked cave as well up north, so we might see a hammer
And
Something
magic
really.
key.
Ooh, magic key. Very nice.
And Max is about to get it too. But that spot, uh, have we seen another way to that spot because it's currently, from our perspective, blocked off by water.
Yeah, it looks like you either have to take a pass-through cave or find boots at this point in order to
It may
actually
even
get
be
up north.
accessible from the north, but
Yeah, they haven't. I don't think they've trudged through that swamp yet to go through that graveyard portion. But very nice find early on. Magic container and a key. Good stuff.
yeah, and I think with that, we might just see somebody go right into one.
Yeah, I think we'll see both of them dive right in, especially when Error sees this. I don't think he's going to hesitate.
No.
No reason to with the magic key. 2-1-2, good place to be in P1. Easy enough to get your levels and get your gem level up where you want it to be. Most of the time, anyways.
It's a great place to be.
That's why it's number one. As long as there's no blue iron knuckles, that's always been at least my problem early on with a P1 find. When you have a bunch of blue iron knuckles that like to play guard to the left areas, and it makes it really difficult sometimes to get either to the item or if you don't have keys to try to find the the key locations and such.
Right. In this situation, you have the magic key, so the only thing that really would slow you down are some blue iron knuckles, and in that case, the only thing that's going to really make that a lot easier is going to be the down stab.
Yes. Let us hope that is not blocked like it was last time. Though I think both of these guys would be able to handle it no problem.
Yeah, if Prez and Alan Heffley can handle that seed, these guys, they better be able to handle it too.
Well, we actually saw Error in his very first randomizer tournament match do that to two Rebonax, I believe. So, and then right afterwards we watched Simple Dude do it. So, pretty interesting stuff to see. Definitely not optimal to do that, but if you're in 3 and you've got some lives and you think you can do it, it's definitely not worth, I think, leaving if you think you can do it. I think you'll save time overall by just being able to take down Rebonac and not walking back to the palace. So these guys basically mirroring themselves. Pretty interesting. And Horsehead is found here for Error. He's going to go ahead and back out.
He wants to get that Mago, I think. Maybe he'll just go for the item to get the experience and then come back.
Yeah, I think that's a good choice. You'll at least have attack 3 and possibly be able to get attack 4 at this point. So 4-1-2 going out of a P1 is a pretty good place to be, I think.
I think either one would have been a fine choice. I probably would have just killed Horsehead and taken whatever, and then turned around and got into the item room and updated from there. In this case, he'll go to the item room and then turn around. But,
right.
He can still end up coming out of this ahead. He does get attack 4.
Yeah, these blue iron knuckles. Oh man.
Well, see, this is one of the situations where it's not so bad because there's a low ceiling.
Yeah, that's true.
Which it helps you pace the timing between the hits to get them pushed back quickly. Iron knuckles in open space are actually more difficult.
Yes.
Or when they're by that T stair and they're right in front of it.
Yeah, and when you get them in a corner. Damn. I was gonna say when you get them in a corner, it's easier, but.
Kind of. It doesn't get a lot easier than when they're in a low ceiling. But here you can see what Error was trying to do before. Just got off rhythm a little bit.
There it is. A hammer in P1.
Oh, wow. It's a lot of hits for the blue iron knuckle, though. And he's going to take both of them. He's going to take life 3 right now.
Yeah, I mean,
for this one.
I think he'll be good. I think he'll be all right. He's still got a few things left up here to kill, and that hammer's a big find. Scorpion Max knows for sure that boulder's there. I don't know that Error found it. I know he peeked in, but we do have two spots accessible with that, so that could block either the raft or boots or something to get around. Or it could be a digger in a red jar. Who knows? Randomizer's fun. Error's going to be pretty well set on levels. It cost him a little bit of time, but that's actually going to be really nice. He'll come out of here, I think, probably 4-2-3. If he can, well, probably not.
It'd be
actually
difficult. It'd be difficult to actually really accurately say how much time Error saved or lost killing those guys. It's just leveling is just a little bit on the nebulous side.
Yes, it is. But it's fun to speculate. Gotta have something to talk about. I guess I should turn on some sound. My apologies, guys. I had it muted and didn't mean to. Enjoy the sounds of Error.
Max doesn't even break the 100 XP barrier for Magic 2, but I think he just doesn't care.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Just get in, get out. They're saying that you are quiet and muffled. I have got you boosted to the max, so I don't know if there's anything you could do about that. But how much even Horsehead was what, 30? So he's going to be just short of getting that attack 4.
Yeah,
or was it 60?
It was 20 or 30.
Oh man, that's always garbage when that happens. But what can you do?
Yeah, Horsehead's he might as well not have any experience most of the time.
Yeah, and Error's to take Life 4, which isn't bad either. Life 4 is actually pretty nice to have early on.
All right, well, my microphone is 100% max.
Oh, you're much better
Everything
now.
I can do. Okay.
So yeah, chat, be sure to let us know if that is if that's all right. If I need to turn him down, I can. So we do have a medicine cave here for Scorpion Max. And Error does remember the boulder here, so he's going to drop in here very quickly. Wow, raft, very nice.
100% required. It looks like Error's going to poke around a little bit more just to see if he's...
Oh, man. It's
Boots. Smart move.
Yeah, and Boots on the other one.
Oh, Boots in the medicine cave? Nice. Yeah, Error's doing a smart move. Even if he just got something that's really good, he's got a lot of reasons not to be there anymore. The fact that the boulder is there and means that it's a magnet for the other player.
Right.
So you don't want to miss anything the other players has gotten easily.
Alright, so we know if he goes north via the swamp here, he's going to be able to get to that Boots Cave, which is going to unlock the rest of this area in the seed. Now, I didn't see, did Max go back to Death Mountain and grab the raft?
No, I don't think so. I hope I didn't just like cross-eye and forget which is which, but...
Yeah, I don't remember seeing him do it, but I could be incorrect.
No, okay. Error getting to that block from above.
And we do see the other palace.
That's the medicine cave, right?
Yeah, that is the medicine cave, which will contain the boots.
Okie dokie. So that hammer was very good.
Yeah, very much required.
Really good.
Very nice to see that in P1 versus P5 or something like that. It could have been much worse. As we do see the trophy cave find here for Max as well. I think that covers everything but the P-Bag cave.
Yeah, it does. Did they find the grass tile?
They did find the grass tile.
They did. It's the kid, right?
That is correct, yes. Alright, so inside the trophy cave, we found... I don't remember what it was. I just looked at it. Darn. Magic container.
A magic container, yeah.
It's like, I know what it is, but man...
But they haven't been to any towns with spells yet, right?
They have been to Raru. They did get the jump spell.
Oh, they have jump.
Yeah, and we do find the P-Bag cave. Sorry, I've been talking, and if I click on the tracker, for whatever reason, it makes Discord not work here, but P-Bag cave for Max, and they found Raru with the jump spell. So I think at this point, Max is probably looking for for Mito here. And a 500
Definitely.
P bag. Decisions.
Oh, take them. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, double magic level. Not a bad choice. Both of them passing up that palace. I don't think either of them checked to see what it was. So yeah, we found all the caves. Now we're just looking for towns. We've seen Rudo and Raru. Still missing Mito and Saria. We haven't even seen the back end of Saria yet, so might have to take a connector cave, which would be very interesting.
Now this is some big swamp.
Big dig swamp.
A swamp on both sides of the river. It's just, oh, we're getting there. Oh,
It's
we're getting
horrible.
almost full swamp. Almost full swamp.
All right. So Error still going to be looking around. Going to find himself a little digger. Inflatable dig shakes galore.
Oh, I was ready for you, Larry.
Encounters up here, not very nice. Wow, 150 for blue Dyrus. Man, that would be horrible, wouldn't it? Red Dyrus. Orange Dyrus. Whatever they are, damn it, they're a color. Kind of interesting that there aren't blue Dyrus in the game. I would hate to see what they do.
What would they do? Would they jump?
Oh man, jumping Dyrus that throw axes, can you imagine? It's basically like a Faka, but worse. Maybe not worse, but still. Alright, Mito found here for Scorpion Max. He is going to find his downstab. I guess I should mark boots here for Error. But he does find that P-Bag as well, and he is going to go ahead and skip levels, as he is really close to attack 4.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's right next to it.
Just take one more of those encounters and get another Orange Dyra, and he's good to go pretty much.
Yeah, and getting attack for him puts him in a really good position for XP manipulation. So they both have boots, right?
They do both have boots, but Max does not have the raft yet.
Oh, look at this is the swamp. Okay, we're just walking across the swamp.
And Scorpion Max is going to take the well, nope, never mind. Psych.
Nice jukes, though. He almost got completely out of that swamp.
Yeah, he's pretty good at encounter
Bagoo.
manipulations.
Ladies want to know Bagoo? Oh.
Alright, so that's one of these connector caves is going to probably jump over to one of the other towns. Sorry.
What are these forest tiles right outside that cave? Look at that.
It's nice. It's a
Beautiful.
little secluded secret area.
I like it. Oh, more swamp up there. Visit all of Hyrule's beautiful swamps.
I didn't know that Louisiana moved to Hyrule. Alright, so downstab for Error as well. So basically they're just
Max will
looking for
pass through the
Saria.
jump. Yeah, Max is gonna pass through Jump Cave, hoping it takes him north.
Didn't we see the front end of Jump Cave? I may be wrong.
I don't know. That's what he's hoping for. He's hoping for it to go north.
Yeah, definitely want to find Saria though. Want to see what that free spell is. If it's Reflect, it's nice to have when you find Palace Fort and just get it done.
Oh yeah, yeah. If the spell's available, you want it. Plus, have we seen the dock?
We have. It is right up as you pass through the first portion of the water. They still haven't checked, and there it is. Nice. Very nice. Good call by Max there. We still didn't check that third palace. I don't know what that third palace is. They both walked by it. It's on the southwestern portion of the river, but there is the raft tile on Error's side.
Oh, he's taking a ride.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what Saria contains. If it's important, this could be interesting.
He's landing in the southwest corner of the eastern continent.
Boots looking,
So he has
yeah, nice.
a lot of free walking here with the boots. You can get up to the maybe still the lowest portion, but
Finds
nice
New
little,
Kasuto right away, and
side path to get there. 6 jars will get him into the house.
yeah, we did get the spell.
And that'll get him attack 4. So, nothing to complain about there.
Yeah, quick attack 4, and the spell out for Scorpion Max out of the town of Saria. So actually, it could be more beneficial for him if something important, such as the glove, is behind that spell location.
Definitely. Air's here without the spell, and Max has the spell. They could do some deals, you know. They could trade a spell for something. I don't know what Air has that Max wants, but
The draft at this point, I think, as the back end of Saria is found here, and I don't believe that anything else. Well, there's a road, but I don't know that. Oh, the road is boulder blocked, but I don't think it goes anywhere.
if you didn't see a road, yeah, right there, just you gotta
I love
have a look at that.
And what spell did Error just get? I totally missed it.
Yeah, I'm blanked.
He got a spell, we know that much. I was busy watching Max get trolled by that road, and it looks like the only way up here is via the jump cave, which is pretty dang interesting.
Yeah. It's a pretty secluded north.
So, yeah, I mean, if the spell is important, that could... oh, man, Orange Lizalfos being invulnerable, that's always fun.
And Max is, it looks like he's in somewhat of a disbelief here of how little there is up here. He's like,
well, I think they might have both just missed the fact that palace was there, because we've seen everything now in the Western continent. And I think he's maybe thinking that there's a cave that he hasn't taken for an item, but he's taken every cave. He just needs to go... Oh, well, never mind. There is the palace. So I was wrong. I thought we had seen the palace, but maybe I didn't. Or I guess there's 3 palaces. Just don't listen to me. So we had 5, 1, and now 2.
Max is gonna have a go at 2 here.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the resources for it.
And there to show the first time with the downstab was particularly helpful. Getting over a blue iron knuckle in a wide open room.
I mean, if I could make the overlay more hot pink for you, Buzz, I would do it, but unfortunately I can't right now.
Yeah, that's about like coral to me.
And the water tile here for Air. And the water of life.
Max finds a dripper, but the drip kills him. It looked like that was a good dripper enemy.
Yeah, I always like finding 2 early. I know that everybody is anti-grinding, but dang, if you could get 200 EXP, it's hard to pass up getting maybe attack 4 or 5.
He's gonna get attack 4. I think that's a good stop for him.
Hey, reflect.
Yep. Oof.
That was out of old Kasuto, wasn't it?
The Buru.
Naburu.
Aircon lady.
So great find for Error there. That means when he does find Palace 4, he's good to go.
Yeah, at this point, then I don't know what would really hold him up from going to P4 or going to Maze Island, and maybe P4 is there, but he's finding out of the town. I would think that, yeah, that would put Maze Island high on his radar.
It is very interesting that Max found the boulder very quickly and just hasn't taken the time to go back and maybe actually searching the palaces here for items instead trying to find that raft. Oh, and thunder! Dang!
Oh boy. Yeah, and he's got Maze Island just below the town here. So yeah, he's
just looking for that glove, and we are a go.
And he's gonna pass on Maze Island for now. Okay.
Interesting choice. Not necessarily a bad one. Just see what else is up here first, and then head in.
Yeah, I think he might want to, for organizational purposes, figure out what this is at the very least. Make sure he's got this section cleared out.
That should be Darunia, yeah?
Darunia, yeah. So, I mean, it's a smart call here to at least clear out this portion of the eastern continent.
Yeah, I mean, and this could net ferry, which not required necessarily, but always nice to have. And we'll get upstab as well.
He's gonna pick up goes for super jump, hits on the second try. Very nice.
Yeah, Error pretty practiced with that. I don't think Max found the item in 2. Correct me if I'm wrong, but looks like he's just gonna go to Helmet Head here and be done with it.
Yeah, he might just turn around here after the gem.
Guess I should mark P1 off for these guys. My apologies.
Good turn around before the gem. I guess he just kind of incidentally ended up here. Actually, what I think happened is he was going left, and it looked like Helmet Head was on the branch of P3 where left leads to right. Maybe. Nope.
Ah, yeah. Well,
maybe not. Nope, it wasn't. Just
all the Vaders.
Got 3 lefts right there.
And he gets the fire spell, so I wonder what this is linked to. It's only 45 to cast. Right,
and at this point, the one thing that you could really want is fairy, so you'll definitely know if it's fairy if you test it. What did Max just get?
It's a great question. I missed it. Not a heart container, not a magic container. Press did win, John Bloody Thumbs. It was a P5 glove in order to get through P6 to do a non-downstab rebo fight in order to get downstab and the boots. Pretty entertaining scene overall. A P-bag for Max, according to chat.
That explains the sudden glut of experience, and that attack 5 is extremely cheap.
That it is, and we do have 3 or 6 on Maze Island, not what Error is wanting to see. Still gloveless, but does have boots to quickly explore Maze Island here. And P2 finished for Max. And hard container.
Yeah, little refill. Little padding.
Yeah, I don't mind a heart container or two, but when you're in go mode other than glove, you really want the glove. And Max taking the wrong entrance into Death Mountain here to find that quick boulder.
Yeah. I know I couldn't tell you right now where the correct entrance is.
Yeah, it was really close. I think both the Death Mountain entrances were really quick, and I don't think you had to take a cave to get to the boulder, so...
I have to think maybe he's kind of spacing on something. Because he either forgot that the other entrance was close, or he forgot where it was.
Yeah.
Or forgot the rock completely and is looking for Hammer Cave.
That could be it as well. Any of those scenarios, unfortunate. And did we ever see the second item for Error? He's just gonna dive into P3, 6.
Yeah. I guess he's gonna.
Which is 6. Interesting. If he got the item, I definitely missed it. I saw him go into the child cave like 6 times, but I did not see the magic container cave. What a screen. Not even mixed large and small. That is just a horde screen. It looks like a shield is linked to fire. As Error did cast shield, as he has shield, and he's now shooting fireballs. So, unfortunate for Error that it's not fairy. But very quick rebo room here. I don't know, just odd to not find that second item. If it is the glove, I have to imagine that he found it. Otherwise, he wouldn't be going in here. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, I guess the way he was exploring the island, he was poking his head away from that body of water. He was just poking up and down, and even before he would necessarily like hit an encounter, he's like, okay, that's too far to go. I'm turning around and I'm going to a different branch. So I guess he didn't want to spend a lot of time walking in there just yet. Max finds the hammer cave though.
Interesting. This would have to be the glove for it to really be of any significance, I think. Or maybe the trophy in case it's very blocked behind that, but...
Yes, pretty much it.
I really think Max is expecting this to be the raft, and just forgetting the fact that boulder's there is costing him a lot of time.
Yeah, he may have realized that on the way to coming here and said, okay, well, I'm already invested in this, and so he might just, we see him get whatever's here, just up an A and immediately look again for the other entrance. Or he might back out and just try to pop through another cave and pop out in the right spot.
And Error trying to decide what to do. He's going to go back in. He did not find a glove, so interesting choice here. Good old Red Dyer is guarding the entrance to the hammer cave here. It's just a hard container, so nothing of consequence.
Just a small eyebrow raise when he saw the heart container. Nothing major there for a reaction.
Yeah, I mean, Ampharos making a good point. He doesn't have fairy or gloves, so quite a few paths in P6 block. But it is possible, and it has been seen before, that the glove is locked in Palace 6. So Error making a gamble here on either finding Barba or, finding the item here as well. Perhaps it has happened. But I think he at this point knows that he's blocked. That is a dead end. It requires glove. Unless there's another way to the left here that he can go. Yeah, that's the entrance. Yeah, so yeah, P6 undoable right now without a glove or something else.
Yeah, he's gonna cut his loss and look for the other item out here.
And there is the boulder and the raft find for Scorpion Max.
Alright, he's out of here.
So we'll see him head on over to the Eastern Continent. Pretty even thus far, I think. Nothing really going to hold Max back from catching up. He has done Palace 2 already. Knows for sure that Death Mountain isn't the glove, which is nice to know, but at the same time, a little bit of time wasted that Error hasn't invested.
Yeah, but he's made progress toward eliminating possibilities.
And what do we have? It is a heart container. Man. All the love, kind of, unless you want a glove.
Yeah, so we've seen 3 out of the 4 heart containers. We haven't seen, I don't think we've seen the desert tile. We haven't seen the water tile either, right?
We did see the water tile. It was the water of life.
Oh, okay.
Which, I wonder if we'll see, we saw Error up an A here. I wonder if he's going to go back and turn that in. Maybe see if he can get the fairy spell.
That's certainly a possibility.
Max collecting yet another of the game's inflatable dig shakes. Achievement almost acquired.
Oh, so you can just, the little guy, you can just blow into it and make it bigger?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's great.
Oh, okay.
It's great. We're going to see, this is Palace 5 here for Error. He's going to jump in here. Also important to note that Max does have the spell, which we have not actually seen what item that is. If that turns out to be the glove, that could be a pretty big pivot in this match.
And meanwhile, Eric's making his way through P5.
Yeah, 5-4-3, not bad at all for this Palace, I think.
So Eric's in the same situation where he could run into the glove and change the landscape just a little bit.
Yeah, I think if Glove's in either of these places, it gives a bit of an inherent advantage to either player, just because I don't think Max is going to check 5 anytime soon, and Error, I don't think, has any interest in trying to find Saria. But it is, in fact, Guma here already for Error, so good gracious, what a fast Palace.
Error wants a fresh life, so he can really go ham on this guy.
Yeah, shield is fantastic against Guma, even at low life levels. Moment of truth, and it is just a magic container. So Glove still unidentified.
And we haven't seen P4 yet. One of the Glove's favorite places to hide out.
Yeah, we're missing P4 and GP thus left. Actually, we're missing 3 as well, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
We're missing quite a few palaces. And easy finish on P5. He's just going to go ahead and eat this gem. Doesn't care.
Yep. Forget it.
So I don't...
He can decide to hang on to this XP, which I guess is what he's going to do if he's even sitting through that animation.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're going to see him check P5 for an item, honestly. Yeah, just done and get out. Good call.
And I wonder how much his mind is on what's in the north, as he appears to be heading in the north right now.
Yeah, because he's still missing the other palace, has not seen that on this continent, as it is also only accessible via the jump cave. So we haven't seen either P-Bag Cave or the Desert Tile on the Eastern Continent thus far. But he is just going to head east.
Yeah. He got to look at that swamp, and I think he just said, oh, no. No.
Yeah, but I mean, I know if it's me, I'm worrying about the location of those last two things, and if... Sorry, well, I mean, at this point he just needs Fairy, but... I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
it just bothers me.
Should be concerned about those things.
I always hate when there's a palace I can't find. Whoa, what?
Nice. That is beautiful.
I love it when that happens. Especially if this will go somewhere useful.
Gets around the River Devil.
Alright, and we do have the,
Heading,
Thunder Spell here.
Yeah.
And a palace.
P3 or 4.
And unfortunately, it's P3. They're just gonna bail.
Yeah, he's gonna. He figures there's probably something else to find up here. So.
Yeah, I agree. You've got enough caves and other things to find that P3 is not a good place to be.
Yeah, they haven't been to either P-Bag Cave, and here's one of them. I'm sure that Eric expects to be backtracking right by that palace as he leaves this overworld section anyway.
Nice 500.
Ugh. Oh yeah, spell does not work on that particular enemy. The invisible blue Moa in the town. The purple Moa, I should call it.
Yeah, the
For whatever
purple
reason. I know that you can do it to some of the blue Moas, but...
Yeah, specifically the purples are immune to the spell.
Bringing up the topic of, what about
What about what? I'm sorry.
Purple Dyras. If there are blue Moas and purple Moas that are even worse than blue.
That's true. What about purple Lizalfos or purple Iron Knuckles? Jumping blue Iron Knuckles. How fun would that be? That just cast heal on themselves all the time? Cast life?
Oh, total paladins? Wow.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. How about that for a boss? Purple Bird Knights. I don't know what else you could do to Bird Knights other than make them cast spells. Or just make them purple Bird Knights and make them invulnerable. So you can't do anything to them. And they phase in and out, so they go invisible and in and out. It'd be fantastic. You need the horn to disrupt their stealth fields. Or something ridiculous like that. Alright, so Max is picking up all the goodies over here on Maze Island, which we know that there was nothing of consequence. As Error is going to dive into P3 here. Or how about, instead, the purple Moa is just the size of the King Bot? Or not purple Moa. Or yeah, sure. Let's have a Moa the size of the King Bot, and the Focus can be twice the size as well.
Oh, and when you pop the purple Moa, does he turn into 6 more
Yes.
orange ones that just fly around poop and fire?
Yes. Be perfect.
Coming to you soon in another Zelda 2 remake.
Yeah, version 6.97.
Yeah, soon to be DCMA'd by Nintendo.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool, AA. I don't know that the game could handle that, but that would be interesting. If you run into it, it just soft locks your game. You have to run a new seed.
Error has found 2 paths that he cannot pass without a glove.
Yeah, pretty much I think that finishes 3 for him. But he does get life 5 before he up and A's, so not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
Meanwhile, we do have Max making his way through the Maze Island here, trying to find that last item. There's so many fun things that can be done with this game. I really do wonder if Dig has the ability to add new enemies. That'd be interesting.
Well, this is interesting.
Wow. I hope Error marks through that pass-through cave, because that's important. As that's the only way to access P3 without the horn.
Right, and we haven't seen the way to the middle section of the Eastern Continent, so again, that cave plus the horn may be required to do that.
Yeah.
I don't think that's extremely likely yet, because we haven't seen any of the pass-throughs being used, but I also haven't personally paid much attention enough to catalog how many caves they've seen.
Ampharos, that's just horrid, man. Get into P3, but instead of the blocks that are there normally when you get down to get the key, it's all swamp.
Nice.
So fighting a blue Iron Knuckle in a swamp, that'd be so great.
All right, so Error has jumped back into the Eastern Continent and is taking another. Oh no, he's in the West.
Yeah, he went back to the West here.
Cave.
So he's yeah, he's not gonna find anything until he gets to that jump cave. I think that was the only cave to get up there. We've surmised. Goomba in a swamp. Now that would be interesting. How about Barba in a swamp? You got lava tiles, but then on the top of the platforms, it's all swamp.
Doesn't make any sense. Come on.
It's a randomizer. It doesn't need to make sense. Or how about this? Just a option to make every tile everywhere a swamp.
Oh, okay, so Max just found the plunger.
Oh, interesting. Off the desert tile.
Yeah, and now he's heading through the Darunia Pass to presumably the middle section of the continent. So yeah, that horn that he just got may not be important at all.
Unless I don't know that was the Darunia Pass? Did that go up by P3?
No, the pass to the north may be important, but the horn may not be. Although, if what you're saying is that the pass from the middle goes up to the top with the horn, then yeah, he won't need that passage.
Yeah, this does go right up by P3, so...
oh, okay.
Yeah, so horn not needed, and this pretty much takes you to the exact same place, so quite interesting.
Max
so
came from this.
Still don't know where the rest of the stuff is.
Yeah, and it's really difficult to pay attention to two maps, even though they're the same map.
And Error is going to find and take Jump Cave. Still no fairy spell. 50-50 chance. We need the trophy. Forgot to mark where fire was. Darn it.
What's the situation where... What do we just see? What's the situation where trophy's not required? What town would the spell be coming from?
I guess, good point. He did not turn in the medicine to Mito when walking right by it, so interesting choice. He does find Saria here, but trophy would be required if... Well, shoot, never mind. What spell was
Error's
this?
recovering a mirror from underneath the table, one of the biggest puzzles of Zelda 2. I lost my mirror, and you go around looking for a mirror, you're like, I can't find this mirror. Go into all those woods by Bagu, you go all the caves you can. I can't, where's a mirror? Find a mirror. It's gotta press B by this table.
Right, so the only situation in which trophy is required is if medicine is not, as I forgot to mark some spells. So yeah,
okay.
It's Nukasuda, not Nukasuda. It is Aruto or Mito for fairy. The other containing the life spell.
Oh, but somebody's picked up the medicine by now, right?
Yes, Error has got the medicine. It was on the
Right.
water tile. I don't think Max got that yet. I could be wrong. Who knows? Alright, so Error looking for that last palace here. I'll go ahead and mark medicine. I think he's got it. And Error does have spell, yes.
Not that it makes any difference, but did either of them ever try to jump into the grave encounters? Well, when the Matter, because they don't have the fairy spell.
Right.
Never mind, they still don't have the fairy spell. That wouldn't have done them much good.
And we will find P2 here for Error. As Max will find this... no, this is the other P-Bag Cave, which contains the glove.
All right.
So big find for him.
Yeah, definitely this... I didn't catch the location of this cave either, but it was definitely part of untying the eastern continent knot.
Middle of swamp. Imagine that. Nice big swamp. With a whole bunch of nothing else around it on top of it. It looks like Error might be item digging in 2 here.
And with that, Max is only potentially fairy spell short of being full dig shake.
Yeah, which is pretty interesting. Is this the River Devil Pass? That is. Okay, so Error wasn't far away. He just couldn't get down there, I don't think. Or actually, yeah.
But Max approached this from
the
the
Darunia
south
Pass.
originally.
Yeah, so all that's accessible for him. He just didn't find that cave. Which is rough, but it does happen.
Yeah, now Max is ready for P3. He's ready for P3 and right meta together. You might want to check for the item in here and try to run into a trophy or.
No Ampharos. There were actually 2 other ways to get there. There was a pass-through cave that Error took, and Darunia Pass as well to get to that same area. And the glove was actually south of all that. It just needed to scroll east. And I don't think Error did because it was a gigantic swamp.
Now, the area with the glove, Max just walked to pass through a cave. He didn't need the items to get to that part that they don't both have. Yes. Yeah, the glove it's southwest of the River Devil. So it is in the middle section of the continent. So Error making his way rightward into having just located that teabag.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to get attack 6 out of the deal at least. And we'll be, for probably a brief moment, a gem ahead. But we know P5 is pretty quick and simple. As actually Max is going to get a bit of a lead here, or tie up the... Now he'll have a lead as he finds Reaponak very quickly here.
Yeah, I'd definitely say that Max is ahead. And not much is likely to...
Oh, for sure. I mean, he's already killed Horsehead and Helmet Head, so he's got it ahead.
Yep.
And he'll also pick up attack 6.
Yeah, chat's saying cross in 3. So yeah. Still looking for that potential kid, and they need to... I like to see them go turn in their medicine, but...
Yeah, especially since Error walked right by it. I think at this point, though, Max doesn't want to go back to the Western continent yet.
Yeah. He wants to keep looking for that trophy, I suppose, but it wouldn't take long to get that medicine check to see if that's even a necessary step.
And Error dead ending in P2. He's probably going to up A here.
Well, he's going to think about that a little longer with the experience that he's sitting on.
Well, he could have got it all back from Drippers by this point. He's just going to leave. Wow. Maybe thinking his glove blocked.
Well, he might be thinking that, or he might be thinking it's a 50-50 that it is, and he says, the heck with it, I'll come back. But in this particular case, he's going to have to go back through the jump cave to get there, so that's unfortunate.
Yeah, a lot of a time lost there, unfortunately.
Lost some time, and he lost a decent amount of experience that he was sitting on. However, I don't really think he needs that experience.
I mean, it'd be interesting to see how much they dig for the trophy if you can get through Palace 6. We have seen GP require it. It is kind of rare, but that room does exist.
And Error's about to get at least a very important piece of information. Max got, what, 700 from that Rebo?
Yeah. So he's set up for a, what's a really kind of a cheap attack 7, honestly.
His touch on the low side.
Moment o' truth.
Max, he's
Ouch.
in a position to be able to take attack 8. Or, no, I'm sorry, it's attack 7. He could take attack 8 too.
So it is the life spell.
Yeah, so the big question, where is the trophy?
Palace 4.
Yeah.
I think that's it, isn't it? We've seen both P-Bag caves. We've seen both the
we haven't
water.
seen 5's item.
Okay, yeah, so 5 or 4, yeah.
Yeah.
And the other
And the
will
other is
be a magic
What, like
container, yeah?
Oh, okay.
I think.
Oh yeah, Ampharos, #1 troll detector. I'm telling you, man, you could have done this commentary. You could have been calling out all the trolls. You're doing a great job. So yeah, trophy in P6 would be quite the fun one.
I wonder if we're going to see Error check VOD here for P4. Looks like it. As we have still not seen GP or Palace 4.
And he doesn't have the fairy spell, the fairy foot this
Yeah.
going with the classic method of force encounters, and they just keep appearing on his right side.
Man, rough little stint here for Error. Missing the glove cave. Then you got Tektites. Got blue dealers. Got all sorts of goodies in this encounter.
Fortunately for Error, whatever, Palace 4 isn't going to hurt him having it done.
No, not at all.
The glove can wait a little longer.
Yeah, hopefully not too much longer, though. I mean, he does know he's running out of places to look.
Yeah, he's definitely hoping. He's in a position, you know, he can hope for the trophy or the glove here. We know he's not going to find the glove, but he's in a decent spot as far as he's concerned, and he's got at least probably a 50% chance of finding the trophy.
Yeah, and it is it is Palace 4, so actually very good for Error in this case. If it were GP, that would be very rough. With the time investment here, without the fairy spell.
Yeah, have we not seen the location of Grand Palace?
Not that not that I'm aware of.
It's pretty late for that. I thought maybe Error had poked into it once to up A. I might be mistaken. Might have been a different place.
And we do have the item room in 6, so we'll see what is in here. I guess we haven't seen this yet, have we?
No, and I suppose one of the rewards for 4, 5, and 6 is a P-bag or a little digger.
Red jar would be the best, I think. And there's the magic container. Okay, so 4 or 5.
This is full life, full magic.
Yeah. And I mean, he doesn't know it, but he really wants the trophy. And I think that's really what he's looking for, is not having that spell yet. He hasn't turned in the kid yet either. I don't think he's been to Darunia. So for him, he's still got a 2 in 3 chance of picking up Fairy, so interesting that he's looking for items.
Right.
But I mean, on his side, he's found everything now except for the items in 4 and 5, so he's pretty much eliminated the map.
Smooth moves out of Max here, blocking all those without losing any momentum. But nobody can get through this. From this room, it's impossible. Yeah, shaking his head a little bit. Ugh.
have an item room.
I think we're about to confirm trophy in 5. Oh.
Oh, there's the jar.
Oh,
man.
what a game.
So fairy item in 5. That's and Error doesn't know that. Error has a lot. He's got desert tile. He's got a pea bag cave. He hasn't checked hammer cave either. Wow. I wonder if we'll I wonder how much more Error's gonna be looking for that.
Oh. You wonder if he's going to go to... He's already cleared P5, so I don't think he'd want to go back to P5 looking for an item, considering he's got about 22 or 3 rooms left of that palace.
Yeah, I think he covered maybe 7 rooms to get to Guma. It wasn't much, so pretty rough. He does find K-Rock, so at least we'll get that out of the way, but rough so far. We gotta hope that he finds that glove soon.
He's making progress. He's eliminating possibilities. Max is having fun in the, one of the toughest rooms.
555 6794 for all of your Zelda hint needs.
Max already went left in that room. And he throws his head back.
P6 can get you a few times.
Definitely. I always go through the palace thinking, what the heck do I need to do? It could be laid out so many ways. Most of the time with palaces, you're thinking about how many dead ends are left each direction. With Palace 6, that's not the main objective. It's more like, okay, where are the drop ends? Where do the drops go to? Like, you're actually looking at what the vertical shoots are doing, rather than looking at the horizontal dead ends. Max back in this room. Nice dive off the left side. Make friends with the lonely Iron Knuckle, but now he changes his mind. He lands on top of another ceiling. So... Error, is this... Yeah, that's the Grand Palace right by the Valley of Death. It was trying to run away.
And we do find GP finally. It's also important to note that Error did not actually have spell when he first went to New Kasuto, so he hasn't checked that location either.
Right, and one of those towns isn't it?
Well, I mean,
he's
the glove
walking
is
around the outside.
Yeah, and I don't think he cares.
No,
I don't know that I would either. I still got a P-Bag Cave left and the desert tile, which is what he's kind of looking for. If he goes west, he will find what he seeks.
Well, at this point, every location is a location. If he didn't have that spell item checked yet, then he must be thinking, well, that's going to cost me almost a minute to check because of all the walking through town. Probably about a minute. So he's thinking it would cost him less time to check something different.
Yeah, if he goes south, he'll find what he's looking for. But not a lot of people want to drudge through a swamp.
He sees that cave, he sees another cave, but
Oh man, does he think he's been in those? Because that is Glove Cave right there.
It is. It is, and Perhaps he's not thinking they're high. This is what he wants to see. It's a desert tile. And no.
Yes
Now
and no.
It's thinking time.
Oh,
now.
no. God. Oof. It hurts so bad right now.
Okay.
So he thinks he's been in those caves.
Or he's not remembering that the pea bag caves are a thing.
Oh, he's already been in one of them. He got a heart container.
Oh, maybe he forgot that there are two of them.
Oh.
Now he's going to the hammer.
Yeah, this hurts. Did Max finish P6? Oh, Max looks like he found a fairy block in P6.
If it was a fairy block in 6th, then I don't know that he has many other ways to go. There's a lot of elevator rooms. Well, not a lot, but I think there's a couple elevators we haven't seen.
These seeds today.
And Eric quickly finds the hammer cave at least.
Yeah, but
so he's not sunk.
No, he's not. But he's got a lot of places to check for the trophy that we now know is required.
No, and this is also it's gonna strike a small blow to his morale here.
However, it will mark the trophy off, at least not being here. So, positives, but at Palace 5 is going to be the very last place he looks.
Well, he needs 2 items, you know?
Right. Yeah.
He needs 2 items. Does he have 2 locations in mind at this point? Because he up 8 away from a bunch of caves.
Yeah, I hope he's tracking. But yeah, not...
If he doesn't find... When he doesn't find one of the 2 items he needs here, he's got to do some quick thinking.
Again...
Take a little inventory.
It's a lot different being an observer as a commentator or a spectator in chat, because we know where everything's at. But, you know, when you're playing, a lot of times... Especially when you've gone all over Eastern Continent a few times, it could be difficult to remember what caves you've been in if you're not mapping it out and marking it. It's just super unfortunate he up and A's right by the glove cave.
Well,
he is gonna go back to P5, so...
Air may not know that he needs fairy. But he also doesn't know that he doesn't need fairy.
Yeah, so I mean, perhaps, as ironic as it is, perhaps the glove not being found by Error is actually going to be his way back into this, because him going here, getting the trophy, is going to actually make a pretty big difference. As I say that, he up and A's and leaves. Gosh darn it, Error, quit making me a liar, man.
This is just pulling us all through. This is just like the last race. It's like, oh yes, no. Except in reverse. The last race is like, oh no, no, no. And then it's like, wow.
Wow, that's a good call. And now you're just like, Error, man.
And this is the reverse. It's like, yeah, no.
He must have remembered that there's a P-bag cave somewhere.
He did. Absolutely he did.
Wow, man. And I really feel like 5 will be the last place he looks, because once he finds glove, he'll check 3 and 6.
Yeah, he will.
But that's life. Man, it's just really interesting how these seeds develop. Trophy, I believe, is 100% confirmed to be in 5. And Max bails as well.
No, Error's turning around. Wonder if he's going to go to Kasuto first.
See,
that's what he realized that he spaced on then.
Yeah, and it's interesting because Max bailed out of 5, but he hasn't been to Palace 4 yet, so he doesn't know that that's not the item. So instead of searching 5, he's going to go to 4 first. So, again, evens it all back out. Very interesting. Kind of evens it out anyways.
Yeah. Now Error's he's gonna check another location and again have to think quickly again and go, okay, now what do I want to check?
Yeah, I mean, Max has also not seen Darunia, and he has the kid, so that is another good point. And he hasn't been back to Mido either. I don't think he turned in the Water of Life.
So now P5 for Error. Now that he's crossed that off his list of things and that he's got mentally stored up, you know.
Yeah. It's going to be great for him in that he needs the trophy out of here. However,
Right.
when is he going to realize that he missed a cave, and how long will it take to find it? Because on Eastern Continent, finding a P-Bag cave could be daunting.
I think that won't be a tough one for Error. I mean, we're talking about Error here. He doesn't even play these randos often.
True.
Like this Dragon Warrior. I mean, he jumped in Dragon Warrior Randomizer the first time, and I think he got like second place against a pretty strong field. You know, he's really
very adept at video games.
Yeah. I'm not worried about him, but he's gonna come out of here. He's gonna get a trophy out of here, and he's just gonna think. He's gonna think. Hey, it's gonna take him a second, but I think he'll probably know. He might be even if he's thinking now, like, what if I don't get what I'm looking for? I don't get the glove out of here. Max, he didn't get what he wanted.
No, he did not.
So now he's got to go on the hunt.
So he's still gonna find Darunia, which wasn't that right by New Kasuto? I could be wrong.
New Kasuto.
It was by another town. I don't remember which.
I think Darunia is off on its own a little bit. New Kasuto is right by the dock, and then the two towns with Reflect and Thunder are right next to each other.
Okay, gotcha.
Darunia is to the north, right? Kind of to the north of. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is developing to be. It's just very interesting how the routes have differed so much, yet they basically are going to intersect at a point. And I think we're going to see very similar GP entrance times, and it's going to be pretty awesome.
Yeah, this is a really close race still. And Error was saying in the channel, the race channel, right before this started, that he's worried that he's going to get Delta worse seed than he just saw Error and Heffley play.
There was I
think this is.
It is, but he doesn't know it. Having Max found the glove and going into 6 and finding it being fairy blocked.
Well, he's gonna get there though.
Right, but he'll have fairy at least, so it will be different. I mean, he may realize it, but
I'm just saying this is probably gonna be in his appraisal.
For sure,
it's bad.
Where was the magic key? I never marked
it.
So
here comes the thinking. It's thinking time.
I never did mark the magic key. I think it was in the West P-Bag Cave. I could be wrong, but...
Alright. Taking some kind of, some hesitant steps here. But he will go turn in his trophy.
Yeah.
I think he is still thinking. He looked to be thinking on the way to Boruto as he took a step and waited a few frames and took another.
Yeah, I mean, and it's super he found the Hammer Cave so fast, which was really nice for him. And at this point, he's been into 6, he's blocked. He's been into 3, he's blocked. He's got the item out of 2 and 4. So the only thing left for him at this point is that single P-Bag Cave.
The single P-Bag Cave and self-doubt.
And self-doubt, yeah.
And self-doubt, for sure.
Yeah, it is a real factor.
He messed up somewhere in 3 or 6 and missed it somehow, but...
Yeah, it's a very real factor, honestly. Trying to remember all the things that you've done and where you've been, and maybe that you missed something. Oh yeah, it did mark fairy. Thank you, Prez. Appreciate it.
What a game.
Yeah, I mean, the last 2 seeds have been very entertaining.
Here goes the process. He's going to start checking all the caves, even if he knows he's been in them. And this is interesting too. It's interesting to watch. Error he knows what to do. Oh, yeah.
Well, luckily for him, he's going to run into it very quickly.
He's going to run into it quickly, but he went exactly to the right spot. He's like, oh, caves. Let me look in the caves now. But does he remember the one below? Oh. might take a little bit of a journey.
Man, as a spectator, it's like but for him, it's just it doesn't click, and it happens to everybody once in a while.
I'm not sure that it's not clicking. Is he tuning that flute? He's going up. He's just right now. I think he has a process that he's going through right now. He's just trying to follow the mountain edge, and he's gonna just follow all the borders, and eventually he'll get back down to where the cave is.
Yeah, go in a clockwise or counterclockwise fashion.
Yeah, whether he backtracks through this section or he takes the Darunia pass, he'll do one of those things, I'm sure. And he remembers that cave, like it would seem. Because I think he's remembering that that's the other P-Bag cave.
So Max does find GP and is going to make his way to Palace 4.
Yep, he's gonna go in here, and now he's looking for the trophy too. He has this location in Palace 5 left to check.
Makes me wonder, what do we got in store for the third match tonight, if it's not already started?
Oh. And they haven't started that yet.
No, it looks like they are waiting. So yeah, we've got another match coming up after this. If progressive seeds are progressive, we could be in for a pretty good time.
Max has to deal with the same exact problem. He does not have fairy.
And I have to give a shout out to the community and the players being super awesome about making sure that everybody gets their moment in the spotlight with these restreams and such. It's nice to have a community like that.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Because there are a lot of communities that aren't that way, and that's one of the things that, at least about the 8-bit Zelda community, that's always been fantastic is people helping people, which is kind of rare in the world nowadays. So there's your life change moment brought to you by the Dig Shake swap and the Eon drop.
What's the fuel today, Air, to improve, or not Air, Dig Shake to improve the quality of people's lives? Is that ever what you set out to do here? So yeah, Air did make that loop. You know, he started following the next section of mountains to try to find a cave, and he did. So
yeah, 3 palaces still left to go though. A little bit rough, but he's in full go mode. He doesn't have to look for items.
Yeah, no, it's time to go right. It's time to go straight to bosses. Or, you know, check every room in 2 on the way to trying to find the boss, but, you know, something like that.
And we know Max is still going to have to make his way back into 5 to find that trophy after clearing at 4. So, I mean, obviously, this is
they're on really even ground.
Which is kind of crazy if you think about, you know, earlier in the seed here, Max found the glove really early. Air missed it, up and aid by the cave, kind of as a recap. But then turns out that Fairy's actually required to get through Palace 6, and that completely evened the whole field back up. As Error chose to go to P5 instead of looking for the, or maybe just forgetting that there's a cave, and it worked out in his favor.
Yeah. Yeah. So now we could take guesses. Anyway, we could take guesses on how close together these guys enter the Grand Palace.
Yeah, somebody's throw up a straw poll.
But yeah, I'll just spam out chat like it's guessing the Ganon key number for Pass Rando.
Yeah, chat activity, indeed.
Chat activity. The red jar, Max has full magic again. That's got to make him extremely happy to have full magic.
Yeah,
right now.
I mean, Error is just one jar off, the one in P6, so gonna be a full 100% clear for Max, unfortunately. And still in ridiculously fast time. I mean, we're only an hour 20 into this seed so far.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so that's, for the way the seed was, not at all a bad pace.
What's the line on error winning? I need to make a bet. Yeah, that room is brutal when you have the glove. We do find K-Rock here for Max. He found the item in 4 already, yes. So, just Palace 5 left. We'll see how quick Eric can make his way through these palaces here.
Yeah, these guys both have very good execution.
And both are going to be pretty well set on levels. Max is going to get attack 7 here, and then be pretty well set, I think, to pick up some life levels later on. Or maybe he'll just dump it into life here. Who knows?
Let's so he's had P6 gem now, so he's got to make sure to get that experience.
Yeah, he's going to drop it into attack 7, so he'll be pretty well set. Error's not going to have any issues either. He'll be at worst attack 5, but he'll definitely have the life levels.
Yeah, I think that he can make a. I don't want to reveal any of my secrets for what he could be doing here after this palace, but there's definitely something he could be doing to keep that XP from the gem. Roll it forward into this next palace. Oh, he finds the psychic out room. That's pretty annoying.
Yeah, and it was
it
was a ways back, actually, I think, to the correct path.
Yes, this is the worst thing Palace 2 can do to you, really. Scorp is getting, he's gonna get upstab right now.
Phil making a great point, by the way. It's not really a secret if you stream matches.
But nobody watches.
That's not true.
I mean, they're present, but nobody's really paying attention. I already did it in a tournament race. Nobody said anything.
Well, now everybody knows to go back and watch the VODs.
Well, it's all a big ploy to get more viewers on my VODs.
Right. The circle goes round.
Oh, buddy.
All right, so Fairy gonna be picked up here by Max. Actually, he's in Tarunia. Never mind. He's still got to go back into P5. My bad. So he's gonna pick up fire.
Yeah. So now he's gonna know too that he needs the trophy. Oh, and that face.
That face.
Oh, the groan.
Yeah, I mean, he's gotten some pretty rough seeds. He's had one nice one, but I think his other one was pretty rough. Where it's kind of the same deal, where it was 100% trying to figure out where the heck this item was for a spell.
Right, and now he's thinking, oh, where do I need to go to?
As it,
no,
the visible groan of it's Palace 5.
He's trying to think. He's just like racking his brain. Please, brain, come up with something other than Palace 5.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. I don't think the path there was really bad, but either way,
it really wasn't. We would have known. We would have felt how disgusting a bad Palace 5 path would have been. Yeah, Max he's going to 100% this seed.
Again, like he did one before as well. It's just frustrating. He basically, this was in the bag, and then Palace 6 is like, nope, not happening.
Right, and Air is not going to 100% this seed.
No, he'll miss P3 and P6, which he may run into on the way there. Who knows? Error, not even caring.
He dumped it.
He dumped it. He is in, I feel like I'm crazy ass behind mode at this point.
Yeah, that Philip does take, takes a good like 10, somewhere 10 to 15 seconds to do all that stuff. Fill it up and then get the menu to pop up and then accept the level and then be able to update. I'd say it's close to 15, maybe a little more. Which, if he could get an attack level, or if it's the difference between that 15 seconds and attack level, I'd take the attack level, probably. But he could probably still get the attack level. Because he's got to go to the 3 and 6. So he can sit on the XP from 6. He's going towards 6 now, it looks like. So he can sit on that XP and take 3 and turn that into an attack level. Once Max gets Fairy, he'll have to go back to P6.
All right. So, quick, fast item room here for Scorpion Max. Is gonna get that trophy. This is close.
Oh yeah.
Max does know the path through P6. That's a good point. So it depends on how quick Error finds it here.
So Max throwing back a cold one now. Time to get in home stretch mode.
And then there's always the possibility of GP having its own little surprises as well, so...
Oh, like a 50-50 drop to the end?
Right.
Yeah.
Or, the one seed where we saw there's a fast and a short path. There's all sorts of different things that can happen, and it's always fun to watch.
The fast and the short path, that was interesting, but it was also unlikely to... It's so unlikely to have something like that make a difference because it would require 2 players having a different approach to how they handle the right meta.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But
that was the exact situation where somebody would differ because they were both going left, and so the choice was up an elevator and a left, or just going left.
Yeah, I mean, or if you feel like you're behind, and it's that the same concept of I bring up the dreaded Z3 randomizer, but going right instead of going left. If you feel like you're behind, you're going to do something, and then you're looking for something in a way that they're not to try to make up some time.
Yeah, and it's a bit easier in Link to the Past randomizer too. Gauge how many mistakes you've made if you're experienced at that one than it is, I think, compared to your opponent, because that game is a little bit more linear.
Oh, for sure.
A little bit less variety. So in this one, I'd say in this one, 90% of the time, somebody thinks they're behind. Like, people think they're behind, even if they're not.
Yeah, I agree, for sure. It's, I always feel like I'm behind.
Yeah, I mean, what I should say is I think 90% of every 1v1 match of this has somebody who incorrectly thinks that they're behind.
Yeah, I mean, like my match versus Choke, I did not anticipate winning. Because again, it's just one of those things where the way that Z2 randomizer works is that it's super heavily favored. I mean, it's interesting in this one because, again, normally when you find a glove early like Max did, it's kind of one of those, well, that's kind of GG, but the curveball in 6 evened it back up, and it's really cool to see that. Because
why is Max in 3?
Wait.
Yeah, he just realized it. He just
Oh,
realized
damn.
I'm in 3.
Did he not remember where P6 is?
He thought he was in. He didn't recognize the previous keys in the 4 room, but he realized it just now.
Well, I'm glad he did. I didn't either, because I've been kind of watching Error to see the path to Barba here.
Well, I'm looking at both, and I'm like, one's in 3 and one's in 6, and I'm like, well, the wrong ones are in.
It's like, what?
Like, hold on.
So this
Look
is...
at the tracker.
Okay, so do you have to... I'm trying to see here. Do you have to go over the Canadian hole?
I honestly have no idea what the path is in 6.
Yes, you do. You need to go over the Canadian hole.
Air isn't messing around. He's going straight for the fairy spell.
Quite the path here. Yeah, and then you go to this elevator, and I think this leads to the next set of drops. Or it might be the lava room. I don't remember what the fairy block was. All right, so
Over the hole and down.
Scorpion Max back in here. He does know the path, and Air does need to make his way to 3. But 3 was a pretty short palace, I think.
It's not likely to be long.
The question is, does Max fully remember the path?
Right. That depends on how he compartmentalizes information. If he's remembered that he's been away for a little bit. Air's there. He's at the spot.
Okay, so this is... I love it, man. I think we're going to have almost synchronized entrances, and it's just... You wouldn't have guessed it 45 minutes ago. Oh, Error!
He has another try.
He's got 2 more tries.
He's got one more try at the jackhammer, and then it's time to cool it off. Let's see if he stops the jackhammer now. Yeah, he's go for it. That's awfully restrained of him.
Yeah, indeed. It's alright, he still gets in twice as many hits as most people.
There he goes. He was comfortable with
yeah.
that one. Oh, nice.
Nice.
Right at the bottom.
Well played, sir. Well played. Oh my goodness, he just does not give any craps. He is 5.56 in GP, and that's just the way it's going to be.
Yep.
Yeah,
he's okay with that.
He definitely feels like he's behind. I would say.
He's going to save a cumulative, a good 45 seconds, then by doing this. Maybe more.
My thing is that if you're gonna walk out of the palace anyways, just let the experience tick somewhere and take the level. But
you know, it's 15 seconds probably to dump that gem, and also plus the refill time. You've got, it's probably a quarter second per bar refill of your whatever your lowest stat was. So,
and see that the thing is that Error can easily do a 5.56 GP and it won't matter. Link making a good point.
He's definitely good enough.
Error scares me.
Error scares you. Yeah, he knows. I think he knows pretty much what it's going to cost him to have a lower attack level and how often he's likely to actually attack to kill something.
Yeah,
we're talking here about 11 more hits on T-Bird.
Yeah.
Or actually, he wasn't going to get attack 7 without a lot of work.
Right.
If he took all 3 of those, he spends 45 seconds to save like 6 hits probably on T-Bird.
Yeah. I just, my favorite thing about it is Error is incredibly good at everything he plays, but he's extremely self-critical, and he'll tell you all the time, I'm terrible at this game. But even if he hasn't played the randomizer, he still just crushes it on every seed he plays. It's ridiculous. Even with the you know, I don't know that you would call it a mistake with the glove, but not finding the glove and it costing him a lot of time, he's still right in this race.
Yeah. Well, we all, you know, with the locations, all the locations you need to check here, we all sometimes space on one or just say, okay, well, I spaced on it. I'm in this place now, so let's go for it. Not a big mistake.
Yeah, P6 done here for Max. He's got to make his way over to get back to GP. Or actually, he's in Maze Island, so he'll... I don't remember where GP was, but it's somewhere over here.
It is just north of the Valley of Death.
All right, and
So
wow.
he's walking right there.
And Error finds Rebo.
Oh, well, wow.
I love it. I just love it, man.
He'll dump this one too, this gem. So...
Alright, so we're gonna have Max make GP first. He's only, though... Never mind, I say 744. He's gonna be probably 757. He's gonna be set.
Let's see how long it takes for that XP to tick up. Oh, he's already nearly there anyway. It takes a few seconds to take each of those levels. You can spend maybe 15 seconds on these level ups.
758, so yeah.
18.
I mean, we'll see what the difference here in Attack and Life does.
Barrier at 135.17. Error, he's got a pretty quick path. He's got path most of the way. He's gonna jump off on some water, and then he'll just have to go directly to the west from when he hits land. Dodge encounters here. Kind of nice fun room for Max early on. Oh yeah, this is the busy one. Got fish bone heads spitting clubs at him. Error in it. The barrier 136.03. That's less than a minute.
Could come down to a path. Definitely gonna have an advantage on T-Bird for Max, but that'll be about it.
Max, he has every advantage right now.
Ooh, in a dead-end room. Ooh, left at ferry is always the right choice. I don't think anybody's gonna do that first, though.
No, it is a silly move.
Yeah, but Error, I mean, if he feels like he's behind, who knows? He's dumped 3 gems. You never know. Oh, never mind. You came from that direction, so it can't be. My bad. Sorry, I had my wife come into the room, was talking to me for a moment, and we do have T-Bird. Gosh Almighty. So Error's gonna go the wrong direction first, but
let's see if he takes the elevator up. If he sticks with right meta, or he seems interested in avoiding any lefts. And usually, whenever I'm going up an elevator, this is exactly the room I'd expect to see at the top of one. I don't think you ever go up you do go up elevators and find lefts only, but it's not so common. Many of those rooms are taken out in short GP.
oh man, this is it's just crazy how much of a nail biter both of these matches have been. After it just looked like both of them were honestly lopsided, and then things happen.
Yep.
And,
so here's Error.
It's gonna do jump strats.
138.13.
Let's see if with Attack 5 how quick he takes down T-Bird here. Oh no! Dark Link!
Oh, that is basically a hold right GP.
Wow. Unbelievable. What can you do?
That's the game. I mean, it is a game. Max has no problem cleaning up Dark Link, and so he finishes with a time of 139.01.
Yeah, good game to Max. This is gonna be one of those ones that they're gonna watch back and be like, wow. So Max is 3-0 now. Guaranteed into the elimination bracket.
Yeah.
Oh man, just ridiculous.
And here comes Error.
Just crazy.
Yeah, so losing 17 seconds between the Enter and the T-Bird is about what you'd expect, you know? It's pretty even. Now?
Yeah, only
57 seconds apart, Error with a 139.58, so both with a 139 something.
yeah, crazy. Which, again, you wouldn't have thought that 45 minutes ago. It's amazing. I love this randomizer. I don't think Error has anything to be upset about. Very still a fantastic game by him.
No, I think Error's got plenty to be upset about with himself about, but that he's going to be, but not necessarily that he should be. Okay. So.
Yeah, Error saying in IRC as a comment, thought I'd been in both P-Bag caves.
Yep, and that's the thing that I figured he would that he'd be salty about with himself is having missed that choice. But
however, again,
the
trophy, right? I think he would have lost more time, honestly. We do have Error in the booth. Welcome, sir.
You know the dumb thing is, it's not that I thought I had found both P-Bag caves and couldn't find a glove forever. It's because I lost because I thought I was glove blocking too.
Yeah. Yeah, we noticed that the return to 2 was going to cost a decent amount of time.
So, I mean, my only saving grace was that Fairy would be required, and it was. And
Max found out that the hard way, unfortunately. Trophy, very last place, 100% of the seed. Welcome, Max.
Hey, thanks.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that trophy, that really took me forever to find it. It was the last thing I found. I was 100% completion, I believe.
It was. You were 100%.
I had been looking at SRL for like the past 30 minutes, thinking we were going to see it done from Error there.
Oh, it was quite a race. And we couldn't tell who would necessarily have the advantage at any point.
Error, you found the fairy spell sooner than I did, I think.
So here's what happened, Max.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know.
What happened was that I thought I had found like all of the overworld locations and had not found the glove yet. And it turns out that I had missed one of the P-Bag caves, never checked it. But in my head, I thought I had checked it. So I went through Death Mountain, I went through Palace 5, I went through all of the stuff I could check. Went into P2, thought I was glove blocked in P2 because I thought I had checked all the passageways there, but no, that wasn't the case. So I had to return to P2 after I got the glove and found out that no, I wasn't glove blocked. But needless to say, I found the trophy, cashed it in. There was lots of things that went wrong for me. My routing was pretty bad because I went back in. It's like, well, Fairy might be required. So I don't know how many times I walked by Mito and didn't turn in that medicine, and then ended up making a trip just to Mito to turn it in. I'm not particularly happy, but congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah, well, I knew it had to be something, like you said, you really thought you had seen both caves that you didn't, because things didn't go super, great for me either, so that's why I really thought I was behind. But like a mistake like that definitely explains it. That really sucks though, because I'm pretty sure if you had thought about that earlier, you would have definitely won. Because I'm sure you played it better than I did.
Yeah, what really? I mean, Max, you found the glove quite a bit earlier. Well, I think the thing that slowed you down the most was the time you spent in P6, not being able to get through it.
Yeah, when I was in P6, I was really starting to hope that ferry would not be required. But like every time I saw a room, I knew that like the odds of it being required increased and increased every single time. And I wasn't really surprised when I found out it was required, but I was kind of pissed off at it.
Yeah. Ultimately, both of you guys did everything in the seed except Error didn't check for an item in 6 because by that point he'd had his own problems and solved them. So he was on full steam for going through level 6 minus 100% minus one item, and you obviously 100% of the whole thing.
Yeah.
I didn't get the item in 3 or 6.
Oh, you didn't get the item in 3, right? Yeah. Yeah. So it's just it was a really, you guys did everything almost, but almost all at different times, even from the very beginning where Error, you took the hammer back to Death Mountain, got the raft out, and Max was in P2 probably at that time, and he actually went through the hammer. He looked for the hammer cave first and then found the rock, and so we were kind of wondering, did Max not remember the fast way to the rock, or does he just want to knock out this hammer cave while he's here?
Yeah, I actually remembered where it was, and I was just hoping that something useful would be in Hammer Cave. I would get a lead from finding it.
And right at the end, so we're getting really excited because both of you have basically knocked out every logical choice. So you're on the final path. Like Error is, he's finally realized, crap, I've left the location behind. So you're pretty decisive. You're like, okay, I think I know what it is. And then you head back to the east and you find the P-Bag Cave after, a round trip of the northern 2 parts. And Max, for you, it was finding the fairy spell to get through 6, which you spent a long time to figure out. And so we got to watch for a good 15 or so minutes. Both you guys, like, you're going to converge on this point where you both enter the Grand Palace. This will be the first time we actually see what the difference is between you guys. And it was like 42, 43 seconds. And Max is ahead, but it's kind of funny because Max, you went back, and you were ready. You're like, okay, I'm ready to go to P6, and so we're watching. Adagenus and I are both watching, and one of you should be in 3, and one of you should be in 6, but it was the wrong person. Like,
Yeah.
What's Max doing in 3?
Yeah, we were like, wait, what?
Yeah, I just remembered, because in my mind, like P2 and P6 are the same thing. So I remembered like P3 and 6 where they were, but I couldn't remember which one was where.
Yeah. So you're a few rooms deep in that palace, and then you jumped on that in the room with the lava pits, and right as you bounced up over that key.
Yeah, when I realized that there was a big enemy instead of the flying heads, I realized something was wrong, and I had to get the hell out of there as fast as I could.
Yeah, but you didn't. It didn't take you long to figure out. Okay, all right, I know where I'm going. Never mind. So yeah, it was a really good match, and you entered Grand Palace 43 seconds apart. You finished 58 or so apart, 57, and the main part of that difference was owed to Error having 2 fewer attack levels and having just checked down at the ferry screen elevator and before up. That was it. That was the only difference there.
Yeah, it was pretty close race.
Yeah, it was a great race. Anything else? Do you have any question, Adagenos, or any comments, Error, Max?
I have nothing more to say.
Yeah, me either. So thanks, guys, for doing the restream and commentary.
You guys did a great job.
Yeah, thanks guys for racing, obviously, and Thank you all for watching. Yunos for helping me commentate. I think we're going to shoot over to Dark Magician from 1184, his channel, as there is another race between Dr. JPHD and Zarnax42. So be sure to catch that with as trolly as these last two have been. I cannot wait to see how awesome that one will end up being. So thank you all for watching, and have a great night.